Hello traders and welcome back to the weekly market analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. And if you remember last week I was saying that I'm expecting a consolidation on the DXY and then another drop towards this level highlighted here. So the way things are looking right now, in the previous week the price consolidated, and we expect in the coming week the price to finish this consolidation here and start to drop, because like I was saying last week, we don't have divergence on the MACD in this consolidation here. So we need to get one more move towards the downside, so the price will be ready to resume the uptrend. And also we need a bit of a bigger correction here, like I was saying previously in the previous videos. As you can see, this is a strong impulse. And here, this consolidation, I don't think it's enough for the price to go back up. So that's why I'm considering that the price might drop one more time and then maybe start that move towards the upside. But before that, we have to focus on this down wave. And if this happens here, we can get a nice trade setup. We have a nice level here that we reached. So we have to pay attention to it and see if the price will decide to go one more time towards the upside and fill this fair value gap area before dropping, or if we get here a sharp drop followed by consolidation, then this is your trade towards this level here. So in the coming week, DXY is bearish in our opinion. So if you get any sell setups, don't hesitate and take them, but not without using proper risk management. Moving on to EURUSD. For EURUSD last week, if you remember, I was saying that the price will pull back and then we will start to move towards the upside and reach this level here. So the way things are looking, as you can see, the price is still consolidating here. It might take a while, and in the beginning of the week this might be over, and in the second part of it we might go back up. We have this trend line here that's holding up the trend. So even if this goes a bit deeper, we're still covered by this trend line. But for me, this here looks like a proper consolidation. We have here a strong impulse towards the upside, then followed by this consolidation. And you know what happens after we get an impulse in a consolidation. It follows up with another impulse. So you have to pay attention to this wave here. It might drop towards this level here and then push the price back up. For pound USD last week, we were expecting the price to pull back, like I was saying, and then start another move towards the upside when this pullback will be over. So the way things are looking at the moment, you can see that the price pulled back quite deep. So here, if this goes down a bit more, it will not surprise me. This is part of a consolidation. As you may already be aware, the price is dropping for a while now, and we need a deeper consolidation. I'm not saying that this will go straight up like this. I'm just saying that the next move here could be a wave up inside the correction that will push the price a bit higher before maybe dropping again. But for that, we need a reaction here. We need a bullish reaction. Let the price finish its wave down here inside the consolidation, and then look for your buy setups. This is our forecast for pound USD. And if you'd like to check out our previous analysis, you can find it in the link in the video description below, in order to be up to date with our previous analysis and see how it performed. And now let's move on to USD Yen. For USD Yen, I was saying last week that I'm gonna be looking for a sell setup only if the price will break outside of this channel and outside of this area here. So I was expecting a move down first and then a consolidation. That would have been my trigger for the sells. But as you can see, the price is still moving here inside the channel, so this might be taken out this top here. We can make a new higher high, and we'll see in the coming week if you get a reaction towards the downside. I'm not gonna be buying it from this level. I want to see first a pullback, even though the trend is very strong towards the upside. Is a bit risky to buy it close to the previous higher high. So I will wait first for a pullback and then one more move up. Even if this will go like this for a while, keeps pushing back up, I'm still going to be expecting a consolidation, a pullback, and then this is the trade towards the upside. Okay. For Australian dollar versus the US dollar, last week I was expecting the price to pull back. If you remember, I had this level here drawn especially for you guys to remember that this is an area that we expected to be reached before going back up. So right now the price is looking like it found some resistance around this level here, as you can see. And the way things are looking, we have here two options depending on the price action. If this consolidates, then this has a chance to break the low one more time here. But we won't be interested in this sell setup. We'll be looking for our buy setups, because also, if you take into consideration that this is an impulse, then the price now is correcting. As you can see, the price action here is a bit different from the impulse, is a bit slower. And if you get here a bullish reaction followed by a consolidation, then this is your move towards the upside, your trade. And as a target, I'll be looking at this fair value gap area here highlighted on the chart, and then we will see what happens. But for this week, wait first for the price action to give you a confirmation. If you see the price moving messy here, don't engage in any trades, neither buys, neither sells. Wait for it to do whatever it is doing, and when you'll get a bullish reaction, even from here or even from a lower price, then you should wait for this move to occur, then wait for a consolidation, and this is your trade towards the upside. And as per usual, don't forget to risk small, 0.5% of your account, not more than that in this kind of situations. So I encourage you guys to risk small, because there's also a big risk to reward to this trade. So better to be safe in this kind of situation. Now let's move over to USDCAD. Last week I was expecting USDCAD to consolidate here and then make one more move towards the downside, break this level and hit the trend line before going back up. But as you can see, the price started to move back up sharply. So here we have two scenarios in play. If we get here a sideways move, then the price will go back up and reach this level here, the upper line of the channel. And if not, then there's a good chance that this might drop again and then start this move towards the upside. Overall, I'm bullish on USDCAD, but I would advise you guys to not trade this one for now, because this is a bit messy, similar to USD, and I won't advise you guys to engage in any trades. Wait for it. I would prefer to buy it from a lower level. We didn't have the buy setup here. I wasn't expecting this to go that high. Like I was saying in the previous week, I was expecting the price to consolidate here, make a small correction, and then drop again before giving us a bullish reaction here and a consolidation to go back up. And the way things are looking right now, nothing is certain, so we don't engage in any trades if the odds are 50-50, okay? So let's move on to gold. For gold, last week I was expecting two scenarios. The first one, the price to continue to correct in the direction of the trend before making a pullback towards the downside. And I was saying that also there's a chance that this might drop, and this will be in our favor if this happens, to give us a pullback towards this level here, as you can see. And the price reached this area exactly as we predicted. And now we have to be very careful, because this one here could end up being a deeper pullback. And for us to spot that, we need to pay close attention to the price action. And if you see here a sideways move, a range, a consolidation, then most likely the price will go one more move towards the downside. We have plenty of room here where it can go for this correction, for this pullback. There is also a fair value gap area here on the green rectangle, and the price might reach this level before going back up, because there's loads of liquidity to collect here. This was a strong wave up, so no need to panic because of this correction here, okay? So in whatever case here, if we get here a sideways move, then most likely we'll drop one more time towards this level. But if we get a strong wave towards the upside as our second scenario, break this level and then consolidate, then this is your trade towards the upside, and we'll most likely make a new higher high here, okay? So keep an eye out on these two possibilities. Like I was saying, risk accordingly, and don't jump in without having any setup, okay? Now let's move on to silver. For silver, last week we were expecting the price to continue to consolidate, and when the consolidation was over, I was expecting the price to spike up. And the way things are looking right now, the consolidation got a bit deeper, but that isn't a problem. We like this kind of moves. As you can see here on the screen, we had a strong impulse towards the upside that broke this trend line here, which is very important. And now we have a pretty sideways move that is developing into a range right now. So very important to make a difference between an impulse, between this kind of moves which goes up or down sharp in a short period of time, compared to a correction that moves sideways like this, you know. And the correction is very important here, because this most likely will give you the indication what will happen next. And every impulse followed by a correction is as well followed by another impulse in the direction of the trend. So this is the move that we're going to expect here on silver. But first we need to let this consolidation finish. We don't have divergence on the MACD, so maybe we'll get a deeper pullback, a drop, and then we'll go up towards the $30 level, because as you may already be aware, I'm pretty bullish on silver. I think this will go in the medium term to long term towards the $30 level. So this looks like a pretty nice consolidation here. I'm pretty happy that this is is developing like this and is not making a messy pattern here, because this will be easier for us to trade. So a nice level to watch would be this area here. If the price decides to make here a consolidation, then it will drop again before going back up. So we have to take it step by step. And that's the forecast for silver in the coming week. Keep an eye on it. Don't risk big. For oil, last week I was expecting the price to consolidate and then drop one more time. If you want to check out our previous analysis, you can find our forecast for oil in the link in the video description below. So don't hesitate and check it out. And the way things are looking right now for oil, like I was saying, we were expecting this move to go down one more time. This looks like a nice consolidation for another push towards the upside, but we have to wait and see here, because this might give us a crossover on the MACD and then drop again before moving back up. So at the moment, I'm not too convinced that we'll go up. We have to wait for a pretty green candle here to change our minds. Also, we have this trend line, which is pretty important at the moment, but we also have a smaller time frame trend line here that might be broken. And if this happens and we get a consolidation, then this is your move towards the upside. If not, like I was saying, wait the price to consolidate here, correct, and then create a new lower low here, and then we'll see the price action if we'll go up or if we'll consolidate even more inside this correction. But overall, I'm pretty bullish on oil. I'm expecting here this consolidation to finish at some point. We had this impulse here followed by this messy structure, then followed by another impulse, and now we have to correct this whole thing here that we previously had. So that's why this correction here is getting a bit bigger, similar to what I was saying to you guys for the DXY. This kind of consolidations on the bigger time frame might end up being a bit deep because of the impulses that that form before them. So that's why it's very important here to wait for this to finish, be patient, don't jump in any stupid trades. We didn't have a sell setup here, so that's why I wasn't telling you guys to sell it from these levels, because I was expecting here the pattern to get a bit messy. But as you can see, the price spiked down, but doesn't matter, because our main focus was always towards the upside. So we have to wait and see here, wait for this consolidation, drop, and then let's wait for our bullish reaction. Moving on to natural gas. For natural gas, I was expecting last week the price to make a pullback and then create a new higher high here. As you can see, the price respected our analysis. It just tagged here the top and then it started to drop. This move here, I'm expecting it to be a consolidation. Like I was saying in the previous video, the price here has the tendency to move in a messy manner. As you can see, we had loads of consolidations, then the price went back up, came back down, and it was pretty hard to keep a trade inside this area here. So like I was saying, every buy setup here is not one that you should hold, because you'll be taken out for break even or even for a loss. So that's why I was saying that if you get here last week a consolidation and move the price will move back up, then it's in your best interest to take the trade out when the price makes a new higher high here, because look what happened. So right now I'm expecting here this consolidation and then one more push down before moving back up. But in the coming week, I'm expecting here this pullback and one more drop. And if we get a bullish reaction followed by consolidation, then this is our trade towards the upside. And when it breaks this previous level and makes a new higher high, then we will take our profits, or at least move our stops to break even and take partial profits. Moving on to the stock market, for S&P and for all US indices, like I was saying last week, I was expecting a bullish week for them to come. And if you remember, when we did the analysis in the previous video, we were right above the trend line here, and we were starting to consolidate. And I was saying that the price will most likely continue to go back up, even to break this top in the near future. So we're on our way to make a new higher high here. But for this week, wait for a pullback, a consolidation, because this move is pretty sharp. So this might have a tendency to drop a bit more, and then go with your buy setup. I'm expecting this bullish move to come at some point. But like I was saying, wait for consolidation, because we have loads of fair value gap areas here. So it's pretty important to keep an eye on the correction to see when it is over. We have here the first reaction area, then it might drop towards this one. If it doesn't give us a reaction here, it might give us a reaction in this second zone. And even if this goes up, I'm not going to be interested in the buys without seeing a pullback or a consolidation, a deeper consolidation here, because it's not worth it. Okay. For NASDAQ, if you remember last week, I was saying that we are at a critical point here. We were just underneath the trend line consolidating. I was saying that if this consolidation breaks out, then most likely the price will continue its way towards the upside. And as you can see, this is the power of our analysis. The price spiked up after it broke the trend line and after it made the pullback above. So the way things are looking at the moment, as I was saying previously for the S&P, this one here we need to wait for a consolidation, another drop, and then we'll be looking for our move towards the upside. Our target is this previous higher high, and I'll also take into consideration a deeper pullback, but normally on the indexes when the market is trending, it's pretty hard to get moves like this, like deeper pullbacks. It usually moves up in small consolidations, higher highs. So you have to also pay attention on this kind of structures. But nevertheless, if this drops from here, don't panic because it's only a pullback and the price will most likely go back up. Okay. For Dow Jones, similar to the other two, I was expecting here the price to make a consolidation, a pullback underneath the trend line. And I was saying that here it's a nice confluence that we need to pay attention to because this might be an area that will give us a pullback or even a further drop here. And at the moment, if in the coming week we will get here a pullback and the price will move slowly without any momentum, then this is your trade towards the upside. If not, if the price goes back down sharply, I would advise you guys to stay out of it because this might be a zone that will push the price back down, eventually breaking this low if we get the consolidation after the first impulse towards the downside. Okay, so this is a bit tricky, this one. I would advise you guys to not focus on US 30 and focus on NASDAQ or S&P. They have better structures than this one. So I recommend you guys to play it safe. Now moving on to Nifty. For Nifty last week, I was expecting the price to enter a consolidation and reach this trend line. I was also saying that there's a possibility that the price will engage into a deeper pullback to reach this liquidity zone here before dropping. Still, the analysis stands. A good sign was that we broke this level here and the downtrend is confirmed on this one. So this pullback here might get a bit deeper, but no worries, this will eventually go down. But for that to happen, we'll need to see a bearish reaction first, followed by a consolidation. And if you see this setup here, don't hesitate and go with your sell setups, but without risking big. I'm always emphasizing on this aspect because I know that most of the traders like to over-risk and over-trade. So first of all, don't over-risk and don't risk more than your account can handle. So like 0.5% or 1% at maximum of your account. And very important to wait for a reaction every time that the price reaches a critical level like this one here, this liquidity zone. And if you get here a bearish reaction, then go with your sell setup also if you get this consolidation. If not, if the price continues to go like this and you don't have any sell setups, no need to find the sell setup here and to force the trade because you'll end up losing it and you'll open a trade every time that you might think that this will go back down and or it will retest this level here. So best for you guys to wait for a reaction followed by a consolidation because this has loads of space to go towards the downside, so you won't miss anything. Trust me, you won't miss anything. You'll be more disciplined this way and you'll protect your account for unnecessary trades, right? And now let's move over to the crypto market and start off with Bitcoin. And like I was saying, Bitcoin last week, I was expecting the price to correct in the direction of the trend. And the way things are looking right now, the price did that. And then suddenly it spiked up like it usually does when these kind of patterns occur. So the next move for Bitcoin here, I'm still bullish on it. We are close to the 40K level. This is our next target. But wait for a pullback, a consolidation, and this is your trade towards the upside. Last but not least, Ethereum. For Ethereum, last week I was emphasizing that this will be a better trade than Bitcoin because the structure looks better. We had this impulse here that broke out of this consolidation area. Then this was followed by a consolidation here, a nice range. and then you had your bullish reaction followed by a flag here, and this was your trade towards the upside. I was saying that this has a better risk to reward than Bitcoin. I was also saying that it has a better structure than Bitcoin, and I was telling you guys that this is the one to invest compared to Bitcoin because this was at a lower level than Bitcoin, and the price change will be bigger if the price will decide to shoot up. So as you may be aware, the news with BlackRock and the Ethereum ETF spiked this up, and your setup was inside here, and we almost reached our target, the 2.1k level. And as things stand, I'm expecting that uptrend to continue, wait for a consolidation, and then one more move towards the upside. And that should be all for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also share it with your friends. And if you have any other request on any other instruments that you want us to analyze, drop your comment below. We'll be looking at those pairs in the next video. And until next time, don't forget to trade with care and stay safe.